I never thought I'd tell this story, not because it's dramatic or full of twists, but because it's personal in a way that's hard to put into words. My name is Emma. I'm 40, and I've raised my son, Liam, on my own since he was a toddler. He's 22 now, thoughtful, kind, with that quiet strength that sneaks up on you. Over the years, we've built a deep bond, just the two of us, weathering life's storms over shared dinners and silent understanding. He became my constant when everything else faded. That closeness, though comforting, sometimes blurs the lines, especially when two people have depended on each other for so long. One cold evening, Liam came home looking drained. Between his job and final exams, he was worn thin. "You look beat," I said. "I really am," he replied with a tired smile. I told him to lie down in my bed. It's warmer, and our house takes forever to heat in the winter. He didn't argue. I covered him with the same old heavy blanket I used when he was little. At first, it felt routine, a mother caring for her child. But as I sat beside him and he leaned in for warmth, I paused. Not because something felt wrong, but because it made me aware of how long it had been since anyone leaned on me. Not just physically, emotionally. He was asleep quickly, his breathing slow and steady. I didn't move. I just sat there, quiet and still, and let the thoughts come. Not of him, but of me. Of the years spent being strong, always putting someone else first. Of the silence that fills a room when no one asks how you're doing. I looked down and saw not a child, but a young man who had grown up far too fast, just like I had. We'd become each other's support system in the absence of anyone else. He stirred and looked up at me. "Thanks, Mom." I brushed his hair back, like I used to. "You don't have to thank me. I'll always be here." He nodded and looked away. There was a silence then, not uncomfortable, just full, heavy with all the things we didn't know how to say. And then the doorbell rang. The sound jolted me back. It was our neighbor, Mark. Always kind, always reliable. "Hey, Emma," he said. "Just wanted to check in. Figured you might need help with the heat." I let him in, grateful for the interruption. While he worked on the heater, we chatted. I caught Liam standing in the hallway, watching us. His expression unreadable. Curious, maybe something else. I didn't ask. After Mark left, Liam seemed distant. "You okay?" I asked. "Yeah, just tired," he mumbled, then slipped into his room. I stood alone in the hallway, heart heavy, not from something being wrong exactly, but from realizing that we were beginning to drift in different directions. That our closeness, once our lifeline, could turn into a cage if we weren't careful. Later that night, he knocked on my door. He stepped in, hesitant. "Mom, I'm sorry if I've been weird." "You haven't," I said. "It's just been a strange time for both of us." He sat beside me. It's been us for so long. Sometimes I don't know how to be my own person." His words cracked something open inside me. I reached for his hand. "Me too," I whispered. And there we sat, quiet, together. For the first time, I realized I had to let him go, not out of my life, but into his own, to find his place in the world without always feeling like he had to carry me with him. And I had to rediscover myself, too, beyond the role of being just his mom. He leaned his head on my shoulder, just like when he was little. And it felt okay. Not because we were clinging to the past, but because we were accepting what was changing. The shift between us. The space we both needed. The love that could evolve and still remain strong. "I think we're both a little lost," I said softly. "Maybe," he replied. but maybe we'll figure it out. And I believed him. Because sometimes love means letting go of who someone was and trusting that what you have will survive, even as it changes shape